So good evening. I'm one of the reporter of Group 3 and my topic is making restaurant reservations. Number 1, know how many people are in your party. Once you decide which restaurant you want to book, get a number of how many people are in your party. This is one of the first questions you'll be asked when calling for a reservation. If your party is on the larger side, it will be harder to get a table. Whereas if your party is smaller, it will be easier if the restaurant you want to reserve is popular or small. You may want to consider booking earlier than normal to make sure they will have space for you and all your friends. So, first kay mga tanaw jud na sila kung magpa-reserve ka sa restaurant kung pila mo kabuok, and then sa giingon diri kay if your party is on the larger side, it will be harder. So tinuod na, and dapat mangutana ka if kuan mo 15 plus persons, dapat mangutana ka sa restaurant naabas like private room or function room para sa imong party. And then kung gamay rasad mo 10 below lang mo, kay dali ra sa pagpangitag table. It is also a good idea to assume that everyone who is interested in coming will make it book the table, including everyone. Even if they aren't sure if they can make it, this will make things easier to the restaurant. After all, it is better to have an empty seat rather than trying to add a chair when there aren't any more spots. Number 2, call early. When considering a restaurant reservation, you should call as early before the date you want to reserve as possible. Usually, a few days will suffice, but during busier holidays and prime hours, getting a reservation will be more difficult. If this is the case, try to call at least a week in advance. So, dapat magpa-reserve ka, mo tawag ka 1 week before ka sa adlaw nga imong ipa-reserve. Of course, the day of the week will also have an impact on the restaurant's availability. Weekends are bound to be busier than weekdays, and nights tend to be busier than mornings. If all else fails, make sure you have a backup date or restaurant in case there is no availability. So, tawag ka sa restaurant, and then kung ganahan ka ng adlaw nya walay bakante, so kailangan na kay backup date. Number 3, call to confirm. After you call and get your reservation, you should make sure you call to confirm your reservation a few days before. This will give you a sum of peace of mind and knowing at your reservation is ready and waiting. Calling also gives you the opportunity to ask any outstanding questions you have or make specific requests. So, dapat example, nagpa-reserve ka karong Sunday, and then Thursday example Monday taron na nagpa-reserve ka Sunday, and then sumutawag ka balik mga Thursday or Friday, kanang hapit na siya nga adlaw, kay para in case naa pa kay papuno o magpapuno ba kag table ron or mga lingkuranan sa imong mga bisita. If you are unfortunate enough to find that there are problems with your reservation when you call, this gives you time to make other plans if you need to. Number 4, show up early. Have you ever heard the saying, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, don't even bother showing up. This statement, said by Lombardi, carries weight in the restaurant business. When arriving for your restaurant reservation, be sure to arrive about 10 to 15 minutes early. This will give the hostess time to let others know you're arrived and ensure that your table won't be given to someone else. So, for me, kay naiuban restaurant nga sample mo pa-reserve ka, maingon ka morning oras for dinner 6 to 8, 6 to 8 na mag-close sila 10. And then kung dili ka mo abot ana, sample lang dili ka makaabot, and then kailangan jud ka mo tawag sa restaurant, mapaibaw nganong maliit ka na nga time para dili to nila mahatag ang imong gipa-reserve. Daghan pa mo sang moabot nga bisita, sayang pod. So ilan na tay hatag unta na. Sample, if dili jud ka makatawag, wala jud update na lapas na sa oras. So ilan lang gitong ihatag ang table. If despite your best efforts you find yourself running late, call the restaurant and let them know. So mao ta akong gingon. Most times, restaurants allow a short window of 15 to 20 minutes of wait time before giving your table away. So naa diri 15 to 20 minutes lang, and ang uban kay mohuwat gyud sila hour, and kung wala gyud kay ilan lang ihatag ang table. If you are running late than that, consider rescheduling your dinner. Number 5, be polite. When making your reservation, the most important thing to remember is to be polite. When talking on the phone to a hostess or another employee at the restaurant, you want to be courteous and confident. Don't sound entitled to a reservation, and be accommodating if the restaurant doesn't have any availability. Respect should end after you have your reservation. Either always be polite when you call and when you arrive. Thank the employees and be kind to them. This will paint you in a positive light, and you will be welcome back if you return. These tips will aid you in successfully making a restaurant dinner reservation. Remember to be flexible and understanding. So, be polite. Sample, magpa-reserve ka, and sample lang, kung wala na yung space ang restaurant, dapat di jud ka masuko basi magsuko sa ang imong gitawagan, maana ka nga nganong man ana, dapat magkuan jud ka. And then kung makapa-reserve na gani ka, dapat imo sad siyang pasalamatan. And kung maabot na sad ka sa restaurant, imo sad siyang pasalamatan balik na out pod nimo uli kay imo sad gyapon siyang pasalamatan para ang employee sa restaurant ma-feel sa nila ba nga dili kayo kakuan. So, mahara to. Thank you.